the Morning Market Minute, OptionMillionaires.com on this May 22nd, 2015. It's a Friday. This is the unedited version. You get to hear all the swearing and cursing that goes on as I make the video and edit that out. Holy shitole. Look at S&P 500 futures pulling back over 0.1%. My goodness. Get your crash helmets on, folks. Anybody expecting a mundane, boring trading day, well, it's gonna be a wild one. Let's look at US dollar index, folks. Wow, my goodness. Look at that spike. Woo! The morning lows just after the European market opened for trade, and then we've got this spike to the upside. Spike! What's this doing for the bond market? Let's look at 30-year Treasury bond futures tumbling. Interest rates rising. Oh my goodness, the TLT had a big reversal here. Look at that, 121 all the way down to 120. Look at that dollar range, my goodness. Look at this market. Let's look at some individual names here that are watching for action today. Just being a little crazy. It is a Friday. No, I have not started drinking yet. I had a little bit of tea, though. Look at the Bob. Bob was a great trade at the Option Millionaires private Twitter. The 90 calls, woo, they worked out great because back just 2 days ago when those 90 calls were purchased, the stock was at $88, a stock that had not moved too violently to the upside in the last couple weeks. So the market wasn't expecting a big move. And when you get into an option contract, before a big move happens, and stay in it as that big move happens, stand to make a lot of money there. The $90 calls were as low as 6 cents 2 days ago. They're up over $4 at the close yesterday. Oh boy. Look at a flagging pattern here. We have the last little bit of trading yesterday as the market tries to figure out what the next move is. Textbook a bull flag, but it's a short-term chart. Let's not give it too much reliability, but you would think the stock is going to continue to gain momentum. Analysts out continuing to upgrade the stock. Just a 120. Everybody was buying it. We hit down to the lows. Everybody was like, oh my goodness, this stock is awful. We turned the corner. Let's look at Twitter. Twitter, similar kind of chart, beaten down. You would look at the moves we've had recently to the downside the last two trading sessions, but in the whole scheme of this chart does not look that terribly bad. And I do think at some point we're going to get it back over 40 and then back over 50. But timing is everything. Talking about this in the audio with the OptionMillionaires.com chat room yesterday. How timing is everything, where I could be right about a trade, but if I'm in a weekly contract and that trade does not come to fruition until the following week, out of luck, which is a good strategy to take going forward. Go out a couple weeks in that option. Go out a month. It reduces your exposure to a possible short-term correction, but keeps you in the game for a long-term move that you think is going to happen. Short-term move I do think is going to happen. LinkedIn. Let's look at LinkedIn here. Wow, look at that support. Look at that support, folks. You've had a couple gaps here, gap up from earnings, and then the massive, 20% move to the downside. It has now found support. It's curling, and I love LinkedIn now for a move up. Look at this. Beautiful. Two long-term trend lines of support. Looking for that springboard action. I don't know. It's funny. I said I wasn't going to edit this video, so I haven't really screwed up. Or maybe I'm screwing up the whole time and I just don't realize it. That's even worse, isn't it? Finally, one more chart for you this morning. It's Baidu. Baidu also. Look at this. It's support. Woohoo! Oh, boy. Now, you could also say there's some sort of a head and shoulders pattern here. Not really clearly defined, but we have a left shoulder. Some sort of a top or the highest level here. Then we have a move up to a lower high, almost equal with the left shoulder. We are bouncing here. That could possibly imply a move down to 140. But let's just see what happens here as the indicators start curling up out of oversold conditions. We're getting a nice bullish crossover. And so I'm looking for a move up to 210, 220, 230, 230, 235, 250. It's like the announcer on Monday Night Football. He gets to the 5, the 6 yard line, 7, to 20, to 21, to 22. What's his name? Chris Harlan? Hey, Peyton Manning. He wipes his right hand on his white towel. He whispers to his center. He looks to the left, looks to the right. He's calling out plays now. His head is bobbing as he calls out another play. The sweat is dripping from his right hand. I don't know. All right, UPB. This has been a longer than a market minute. It's been 5 minutes. UPB, it's about 40 minutes before the market's going to open for trade. One last look at S&P 500 futures. Then we got that breakdown on 120 on TLT. Let me bring that chart up real quick because I know a lot of people thinking the bond market's going to stabilize. We're going to see. This is a big break. I brought this up. Put it up at the blog at Option Millionaires. You want to look at some of the charts I posted, also my Twitter. You see the break we have here? We are under, this is LinkedIn is above 2 areas of support. This is below 2 areas of support. Very bearish here. All right, UPB, that's it. That is all. Bond market pulling back, implying higher interest rates. S&P 500 futures, a big spike down, consolidating here. Watch out. Watch out. We're down almost 0.2%. My goodness. Hide the women and children. All right.